Greetings, friends. I'd like to tell you a story about a gal that grew up in sunny Southern California, but always dreamed of faraway places in the north. She fell in love with her Prince Charming, who whisked her away to the land of the Northern Lights. She experienced her first white Christmas, but soon the magic faded, and the snow didn't stop falling until what should have been springtime. It was the longest and coldest winter Sweden had seen in 40 years. So you probably realized already that I'm telling you part of my story, and that is about my journey with seasonal affective disorder, or SAD for short. Depression can look different for everyone, and I'm by no means trying to give medical advice or trying to replace seeking a professional. I just want to share what I've learned through a lot of trial and error, and how to cope with the darkness that can cloud my mind. I've come a long way, and although it's been one of the hardest things I've ever had to face, it's an experience I wouldn't change, and I'd love to share with you why. Winter can be a harsh season, but it also has taught me so much about myself and how to slow down and find the beauty with or without the snow. I now see the dark side of the year as an opportunity to look inwards and listen to what my body, mind, and soul are saying to me. Self-care is something I always try to practice, but especially at the start of a new year, I try to slow down and look at my routines and reevaluate how I can be taking care of myself and what I can learn from winter's stillness. Creating a daily routine is essential for me because I often want to go into hibernation, just like the critters around the cottage, and I've always been more of a night owl myself. Having insomnia and nightmares certainly doesn't make getting out of bed any easier, and it can be hard to find a sleeping rhythm when there's so few hours of daylight. Where Jonas and I lived in central Sweden, it would get dark around 2 in the afternoon. And where we live now in New York, the sun will set around 4 p.m. on the winter solstice, right before Christmas. It's a simple thing, but knowing that the days are gradually growing brighter again helps me so much. I've learned how to feel the light outweighing the darkness. Going for walks in the fresh air and noticing the subtle changes in the nature makes such a difference. Even if it doesn't feel like anything is changing, more inspiration comes to me outside than it does when I stay inside for too long. I used to suffer really bad panic attacks, often caused by feeling trapped inside when the weather never let up. On those kinds of days, I'll try to do some stretches or yoga, but even if I don't feel up to it, I try to be kind to myself and just breathe. My journey with self-care is always a fine balance between resting and finding ways to motivate myself. I had learned so much about myself living in Scandinavia, and when visiting California, I could tell I wasn't the same person. I felt a bit broken, but at the same time strong. But as so often happens, I still had some more life-changing experiences ahead of me. After a challenging time of being nomads in the States for a while, Jonas and I were so fortunate to move into Cottage, but it was the first time we didn't live near family and hardly knew anyone in the Sleepy Hollow area. I was working 2 jobs and our schedules were so different that I'd get awful lonesome at times. I spent a lot of time on social media trying to feel less isolated, but sometimes ended up feeling more alone than ever. That first winter in New York, I went through a really bad burnout, which led to some mysterious health problems and many doctor visits. I never got a real answer for what happened to me, but when I started to practice self-care again, things started to slowly improve. I learned a whole new way of eating healthy, as well as taking supplements like vitamin D and using essential oils. It was around the same time that I realized that even in a tiny house, I was living with too much clutter and distraction that I thought I needed to bring happiness, when what I really needed was just to be grateful for what I had and watch it grow from there. Now I try to create a peaceful atmosphere and surround myself with cozy comforts, with music, candles, and things that warm my soul. Since I can spend a lot of my time online, I try to have at least one social media free day a week, and when I am on my phone, I limit my notifications, just trying to focus on one task at a time. Every so often I'll go through and delete apps I no longer use and unsubscribe from emails that I always delete anyway. Creating a healthy relationship with my phone has been so important for my mental health. When I feel sad, the days can seem to go by so fast yet so slowly. But when I spend my time reading and interacting with the world around me and learning something new, it feels like my days have more meaning when I'm trying to constantly challenge myself. It's not always easy, but having something to look forward to and plan and dream about, even if you have no idea what's ahead, can make all the difference. Above all, when I do something for someone else, I feel the most happy. Reaching out to a friend to set up an online chat, or writing a handwritten note and thinking about that person and how I hope it makes them smile when they receive it. I used to feel ashamed when I felt depressed, that I should be able to just get over it. But the truth was that by not talking about it, no one knew I was struggling, and I couldn't help anyone else either. My story with depression is far from over. It's a part of me. It's something I live with every day, and in a strange way, I've learned to be grateful for it. And although it doesn't control me any longer, it has taught me how to just keep doing the next right thing. Even if far from perfect, I hope that sharing some of my story can help you in yours. If in the very least, to assure you that no one is ever truly alone, that there's always hope, and you are so very loved. We're all on a unique journey with different dreams and challenges, but it is a charming life after all. I'm sending big hugs to you all. Take care, my dear friends, and bye for now.